Welcome back to Ideal Flicks. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. I'm sorry about the content not getting out there that much, but I've just been so busy. But forget all that. I'm going to get back in the grind. I'm going to try and get more videos out. Speaking of the contest, I actually have the hat right there. So at the end of the episode, stay tuned and maybe your name will get called in that hat and you'll be to be a guest, which was awesome. I'm excited. There's a good turnout. So it's a good time. I'm excited to have somebody else on and talk about some movies with me. That'll be cool. And then in honor of the NFL season coming up, I'm a diehard Detroit everything fan, so I'm wearing my Kenny Galladay jersey. And with that being said, we're going to jump into the movie X-Men Dark Phoenix. Now, this movie is an origin story, but it's also the ending of a long, long series all the way from, just X-Men, X2, back in 2000. So it's been a long time coming, but we knew that it had to come into an end. Now that Marvel is, rising up, the next time we see X-Men will be in the MCU, which I'm very excited about because they're going to kill it. That's just Marvel always does. So back to this movie. This is an origin story for Jean. We see, her upbringing, how she met Charles Xavier, how she became, one of the mutants. I mean, you kind of have an idea if you've been watching the movies over the years. She was an orphan. Charles raised her. He kind of brainwashed, not really brainwashed her. He kind of suppressed memories, to keep her from harming herself. Because if she knew how strong she was, she could destroy everything. She is a celestial level mutant. She is one of the most powerful mutants in the entire X-Men universe, and so Charles hid these memories, some memories from her past away from her to protect her, and it's understandable. But when she gains this Dark Phoenix power, all those memories, this celestial power is just unlocking so many new things to her, and it's showing her all these things suppressed, and it's pissed. Her and the power that she can't control already, it makes her just anger, just straight rage. So she acts out like I feel like, which is a normal response. And one of the memories that he suppressed is that she thought that both of her parents were killed in a car accident that she caused. But in actuality, it was just her mother that was killed, but her dad was alive. And so she confronts him. She ends up finding out that her father gave her away, which leads, the X-Men are tracking her, and this leads to a big brawl in the street, and just chaos and mayhem. And Quicksilver is actually hurt, and he's hurt so bad. I don't know if you guys have seen Justice League, but if you've seen Justice League, the scene where Superman is fighting, the entire Justice League because they just brought him back from the dead, and he's really confused, and he destroys him he defeats him so easily. That was like this scene. They're all using their powers at once against her, and Quicksilver, who's faster than the speed of light, she just tracks his movement somehow. I don't know, but she defeats him easily. And he's actually just out for the rest of the movie. She just beat him that bad that he was out for the rest of the movie. And that's that's not the last time we see him, but he didn't get much screen time after that. So in that fight also, we see that Jean kills Mystique, which I did not see coming at all. That was very shocking. It was a very big twist. I didn't see any of the major, mutants dying. I didn't see any mutants dying, honestly, because I thought ending the series, maybe they wanted to give it a happy ending or something like that. I don't know. But I did not expect Mystique, who was the main character of the past, 3 movies, to die. But it happened, and, it was an alright death. I wouldn't say it was like a hats off way to exit, but it was an okay death. And then Jean escapes, and now she goes to Magneto, and we actually see Magneto's island, which is mentioned in comics books. It's not really mentioned in the movies until now. We see it's called the island of Genosha, and this is an island for the mutants, the bad mutants. They're given an island because you can't contain really a mutant because they could easily break out. So we see Magneto on his island. Jean goes there, asks him for help. the police come around, searching for her, which leads to another scene, and we see this is where we see how strong Magneto is, because he uses his power to control metal to save these officers that are trying to arrest Jean. When Jean, now that she has this Phoenix in her, she can control pretty like matter, and we see Magneto's resistance against her, and he is a powerful mutant. Even though his only power is metal, plastic can hurt him, but he is a strong dude, and he's one of my favorite villains of all time. I like Magneto. He's an awesome dude. And so now that Mystique is dead, she kind of just ruined things for Magneto. She has a whole bunch of it, and they're trying to harness it to build their own civilization on Earth, and they're called the Dabari. So the whole time, she's pretty much just being hunted, but not hunted, but she's being tracked by everybody, trying to either, some are trying to help her, some are trying to take the power away from her, some are trying to use her, and it all leads to this big climax, this big showdown with, the Dark Phoenix finally releasing her true power, and she saves the day, and it's, she defeats the Dabari because they were going to use the power, to destroy Earth, and after fighting against the X-Men, she finally comes to a conclusion that the X-Men aren't bad, that Charles actually did that to protect me. So she defeats the Dabari, and in doing that, though, she had to sacrifice herself. And in the final scene of the movie, of the series, we see exactly how it began. We see Charles and Magneto sitting down playing a game of chess, and then it glances off into the sky, and in the sky we see that the Dark Phoenix in its true form is just circling around the Earth as like a protector, because that celestial power can't die. It's too much it's too strong to die from self-sacrifice, I guess, and its mortal figure, I'm assuming. Like I said, the movie, it was all right. It was very good graphics. The fight scenes were good. There were some new mutants brought into the world, which, it was the ending, but I still thought that was cool, except for one mutant whose power was, he was fighting with his hair. I didn't really like that, but some people might. It was just an okay movie. I thought it would have been better for its ending, for its go out, but there's better stuff to come, because now that they're in the MCU, I'm not even sweating it, because I know what the MCU is about to bring, and it's about to be a crazy ride. So that being said, I got the names right here, and we're going to see who gets to join me. So with the first name, we have Ken Burke. So Ken, I'm going to get in contact. Hopefully you want to get on, talk some movies, have a good time. You're my boy, so I think it'll be good. So let's see. Another name, Nick Pereira. Nick Pereira, one of my good friends. So let me get this so you guys can see it. Nick. So Nick, that's it for right now. The two winners. I hope I have more contests coming up soon, and I hope I get more people involved, and soon I'll have some merchandise that you guys can wear and, support the brand and just talk movies, and let's be about movies, So, we got big things coming up. I'm still going to get a new chair, so don't even worry about that. So, with that being said, this is Ideal Flicks, and I'll see you guys next time.